Welcome to Formula Friday, your weekly Formula One show. I'm Nick, and I've been very busy. That's Lewis. He's also been very busy. We are going to review Austria. We're going to preview Silverstone. We got a couple fun stats in between, but before all of that, Lewis, how have you been, man?
I have been so busy. So about a month.
Almost.
It's been so quick recap. My daughter's been doing softball for the first time. Really good. I'm really proud of her. Beginning the season well before to the end of the season, multiple hits. I was so happy for her. Like she got her first. I
Hell
was
yeah.
such a happy dad.
Are you the dad of the scorebook? Have you been keeping stats and everything?
Kind of, not really. Kind of. I was actually
Get you a
so
scorebook.
what
Get a scorebook.
they keep score.
Mm.
Plus, I'm the dad that's by the dugout. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm that dad, and it's cool. We were really close with the coach. Like like we were talking and everything. And they needed an extra hand because fun fact, her team color was pink. I don't have any button down, so I went to
That
the
can
game.
work.
I went to the game with pink nails instead.
Nice.
Yeah, he was
That's supportive.
painted by nails. Um, Made it to the championship game. They did a double header to championship. Got to the
Ooh.
championship game. I've ever game went to the final innings, 2 outs.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. The
Is,
girls on our team were
is
down.
your manager Aaron Boone?
No, really. For Dusty Baker run. Yeah, so that sucked. The girls on our team were crying, but fun. Fun year. It was awesome to see progress, and I can't be more. Hey, and then for Father's Day, I don't know if you can see it behind me, Nick. I got a new 3D printer.
I saw that. I saw you rearrange some stuff. It looks good back there, man.
Yeah, so it was a multicolor printer. My wife got it for me for Father's Day. I've been really eyeing it for a while. They are the cheap.
Bamboo?
No, cheaper Elegoo.
Oh.
It's what I've used before. It's what I enjoy. It's a multicolor enclosure, core XY, so the bed moves instead of like the bed moves up and down instead of the head.
Mm-hmm.
All for really cheap, like $400.
Damn, dude, that's sick.
Yeah. So right now I'm printing something right now to show you how cool it is. But once I make music and I always had this side project I've always wanted called Natural Born. Sonification of illnesses that were born.
Mm-hmm.
Music kind of seem yeah, I somebody else has this feeling. I
Mm-hmm.
talk to like psychiatrists, but I've grown up watching Asks and so I got my printer and it's big in volume, so
That's
I got a man.
awesome.
My daughter's paint
That's a really well painted mask. Your daughters did that?
all of it. So like I
Dude, that is
expected
clean.
matte black, but it's like the personification of like the evils that are inside of you there, and always like the mask because I don't want the to be like have a face to that. Well, it's really awesome to have that, and been my week's been really busy. Sports have been like insane, awesome. Like getting home at like these are like 10, 11-year-old girls, and we're getting home at like 9, 10 o'clock, and then I gotta get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So it's been
Mm-hmm.
really struggling. That's why I've been absent. Just wouldn't miss it for the and 3D printer. I printed little keychains putting on the team
Oh,
games in the cool. and
very
uh
cool.
and then our mutual friend has D&D table
Mm-hmm.
for like little minis and stuff. So I printed and designed and sold. Watching this new
Nice.
pusher. So the thing can slide in here like little cards. It has the pick up stuff. You can. I designed this all myself. Very proud of it. That's been my week. It's been very, very, very busy. But heck, first time in a while. How's your week been? And I really want to know, how's the chess been?
Mm. My week, last few weeks have been really busy. I was heavily involved in the College World Series, the Men's College World Series. That went great. That was awesome. I did a new thing this year,
Oh,
which I can proudly and definitively say is a highlight of my professional career. It was awesome. Um, I got to do some stuff for a network. It was cool. And then I'm blanking. Oh, some post wedding stuff. So just a combination between post College World Series stuff, post Men's College World Series stuff, and on top of my normal work, on top of everything else. I've also kept busy. Uh, I have gotten back into chess pretty hard. So I bought myself a gift
ooh,
right here. In on chess.com, I have been playing Rapid,
yeah,
the 15-10 format. That is my main format. And I promised myself a while ago, once I break 500, I'm going to get myself a nice portable chess set. I broke 500 a while ago, like a long time ago, and I just didn't really have the funds
yeah.
until recently.
Ooh,
So
look
it's
at
got
that.
pegs. It's very nice, wooden carved. It's got like a nice felt thing here. Beautiful chess set, super easy. It was either between something with pegs or magnets, but I figured the pegs would be a bit more, I don't know, durable
Yeah,
or whatever. I didn't want to have to rely on magnets. I just lost a pawn. I didn't want to have to rely on magnets, because like magnets can go bad.
yeah.
Um,
Magnets, man. How do they
so
work?
and I mean, look at this. It's beautifully crafted.
That is beautiful.
So that's one part of chess. The other part, sorry, there's something else that dropped in to pick up. Yes, so I've been playing again a little more actively. I kind of took a break at the beginning of the year just because I don't know if I was getting burnt out, but I was definitely in a slump and I just wasn't really having fun with it. So I just kind of promised myself I'd chill out for a bit. But I've gotten back into it. During the College World Series, I had some downtime, so it was just getting back into it with some puzzles, and then it's a gateway drug. So then I was going on this other website, Lee Chess, which is basically chess.com, but more open source and more free options. But I don't care about my rating on Lee Chess because chess.com is what I consider the definitive one.
Yeah.
So to warm myself back up, I was playing the same format on Lee Chess. And this week I started playing again, and I'm proud to let you know that I am at a current personal best on my format of today. I just hit 585.
Ooh, wow.
And yes, and the other thing is our mutual friend that
Yes.
we both play chess with. Um, for whatever reason, I could never beat him at chess. Like the very first game we played, I literally could have mated him like five different ways and five different times, and I just didn't see it. And ever since then, it was like this big monkey on my back. I'd challenge him, I'd lose to him. It was this whole thing. I finally beat him in one game.
Ah.
Um, I lost the next two that we played, but I finally beat him in one. And it's like Lando, how Lando said that he won the championship and like that's fine, like that's good enough for him. That was his goal, and now he feels a bit more free. This was
Yeah.
me winning this game against our friend. His record against me, it's still like 1-9,
Ooh.
but that one is me.
That one that no one beats Nick. I don't know.
And I'm very, very proud of myself, and I'm very happy. And it feels like whenever I play him from now on, I can be a bit more less freaked out about it. I can
Yeah.
approach it a little more like I approach other games because I'm not good at chess. Like I'm 560, whatever. But like I'm not terrible at chess. Like I know how to play up like to a certain point, and I just for whatever reason I'd always do very bad. Or the worst is like I thought I would be playing really well, then I'd get beaten, I'd look at the post game report. It's like, yeah, your accuracy was like in the high 80s and you played at like a 1300 level, but I still lost, which is always really frustrating because it's like, damn it, I played well. But yeah, and then another development, there isn't a whole lot of like in-person chess in my area, there's one club that meets regularly Wednesdays from 6 to 10. So that's obviously hard for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
But there's an event happening in a couple weeks that I am going to do. It's like a very small event, but it is United States Chess Federation rated. And I want to get an in-person rating, like an over-the-board rating,
Yeah.
to have like an official baseline because obviously it's going to be higher on even chess.com. It's still going to be higher. So my goal is to play enough in-person events to be able to get an actual concrete official rating. And I've signed up. I've applied. I've purchased a U.S. Chess Federation membership,
Ooh.
so I'm invested in it now. And I just gotta. I might not be able to do this in-person event because it's on the 11th, and I might have something else happening that takes precedent. But if that other thing doesn't happen, then I'm gonna do this.
Open for. I think you do.
Like I've played in person with some
Yeah.
friends before, and I'm like, it still translates pretty well. Like I'm not like I think I blunder my queen a little more in person, but it's just because it's different in person than it is on the computer, but it's still chess, you know. I've
Yeah.
also been reading a chess book. It's called The History of Chess. It was published in like 2006. It's by David Shaw, I believe, and he basically goes through just the entire history of chess and how it relates to the human psyche. So he'll there's this thing in 1851 called the Immortal Game. It is the height of what they consider the romantic era of chess, where people are just kind of pushing stuff, and it's a very the romantic era of chess. It's very romantic, you know. It's less strategy and more tactics, like in the moment kind of jazz chess. And it's these two masters that were playing each other on some side game in London during this big tournament. They were just at a bar during a break, and it became one of the best chess games of all time because it starts out pretty normal for a game of that time period, and then it turns into like this insane wacky like game full of brilliant sacrifices and wild stuff happening in this game. And so this book, the format is it kind of gives you a bit of the history of chess, and then it goes through the immortal game move by move. It's like, oh, here's move 1, story, move 2, story, moves 3 and 4, story. And it's done everything from like how it started in like India, in the Middle East, and how chessboards were originally used to help conceptualize on things that were hard to conceptualize.
Yeah.
There was a whole chapter about Ben Franklin and how he used it as a diplomat. And one of my favorite things is he was in France trying to being a diplomat in France for the U.S. during the Revolutionary War. He would use chess as a way to explain the concept of democracy. So like he would get put in check and he would move another piece and then they'd be like, "What are you doing? You're in check. You have to move your king." And Ben Franklin would essentially be like, "Take my king. I don't need him. I don't need a king."
Hmm.
Like he would just obviously not playing it the right way, but
Yeah.
using it to relay the concept of what America was trying to do. And it's really cool. I love Ben Franklin. I love that he just every time I learn more about Ben Franklin, it's always something cool.
Yeah. One of those weird characters of Revolution. Here, but like no one knows a whole. Once you find out more.
Like he loved chess so much where he lamented that nobody in the United States was at his level. So he loved playing chess in France because that was the hub of chess for a long time. And he loved playing in France. He would use it. He used it as a way to kind of get us in with the French upper class to try to figure out a way to avoid all out war before the war happened. It was really cool.
That's
It's a
really
really cool book. It's a really entertaining book. And I like it a lot. I'm learning a lot about chess and people and just how it like Napoleon was apparently garbage at chess, but he used chess concepts to be good at war. It's interesting.
that is
There's
really
a story. There's a story about how when he was exiled on that island, he was gifted a chess set with instructions on an escape plan, but he didn't realize that, and he just went his whole life without knowing that there was a means of escape hidden in this chess set. He just played chess until he
oh,
died. Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
yeah.
Hey, our mutual friend, I played him. He challenged me for the first time in a while. I am up on him for life. I could tell him I'm better at chess than you.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he'll love that.
quick, this is the thing. Look at
Oh,
that.
that's so cool. That's our logo.
This is our logo in pink and brown because yes, one print, solid, multicolor, awesome.
That's sick, dude. I love that. Formula Friday.
Ba-bum.
All right, well, this is not a chess podcast, and we're about 15 minutes in, so maybe we should actually get to the race.
Which
Lewis,
one?
oh, let's talk about Austria. I guess if you have any notes from Barcelona, Lewis won. That's sick. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Lewis
amazing.
won. Lewis won.
Lewis won in a Ferrari.
Oh, dude, it was so special. That was so special. It was so cool. That made me very happy.
Do you think that that means much to as a world championship? Not like the world championship, but for 5 or something.
No, but I do think it means a lot. I think it is a top win of his career.
Yeah,
No doubt. I mean, he grew up a Ferrari fan. He has always wanted to race for Ferrari. And
everybody
finally being able to win
in a
in a
Ferrari.
Ferrari, oh my God. Like, especially after last year and this year, the regulations finally suit him. And like, we knew it was coming. We had a feeling it was coming. I'm just glad that it came soon because I think he has another in him.
Oh yeah, I this car is looking like good for him, and Barcelona horrible. Austria after you got to make an apology. Both of those are milk track. Like there's been multiple times since we've done the podcast that I'm like, oh, it's a Herman tilt track. Good. I'm just going on the record, and I'm never going to say that again.
How many times? First of all, this is very vindicating for me because I famously love tilt tracks. I really
Yes,
do. I think they're dynamic and lead to good racing, and we just needed. It turns out it was Formula One's fault this whole time because the
yeah,
cars have kind of sucked.
that's where I've kind of I was like, apology was going to. I thought it was his tracks. No,
the the tracks were ahead of the curve.
oh my god, no pun intended.
Maybe a little pun. Now it is interesting though because I will say I really enjoyed Barcelona, especially with this regulation because these cars have done a really good job of bringing life to tracks that are historically over the last 10 years or so have been kind of boring and annoying and that right. I will say Austria was a bit of a roller coaster for me because the first half of the race was really genuinely exciting,
Yes,
really fun. And then the last part of the race, to me, it felt like we kind of, for the first time, got that mid-race lull that we haven't had all
yeah,
season up until this point. We it, and it's weird that it happened in Austria because this track has always really been exciting.
yeah.
Even in the older regulation, this is a good track.
It's
It's a very
DRS
fast,
zone.
flowy track.
Yeah,
Right.
3 DRS zones has one kind of hairpin. I mean, count for one. Yeah, it's. I really love this track. Love racing. Yeah, and it. We got vintage Lewis and Max again.
We did. By far the best part of this race, the highlight of that race for me was that Lewis and Max battle. My God.
Oh,
Lewis and Max both driving together, it's art. It
it is.
surpasses great racing and it turns into a thing of beauty because Max is aggressive but fair, Lewis is defensive but fair. And both of them know how to race at the very edge of the line without crossing the line. That didn't quite happen in 2021, but even in 2021, most of the time where they were fighting each other, it was the same kind of thing, and I've
Yeah,
really missed it. I mean, take me back to 2021. That is the most exciting season of Formula 1 and that I've gotten to experience. I'm not gonna say
yeah,
in my lifetime or ever, but it was a really good season, and
yeah,
it was really cool to see Max and Lewis fighting, and Lewis fighting in the Ferrari, and just I mean, Lewis hasn't missed a beat at all. And at the end of the day, Max won out, but that's because Max is Max.
yeah,
And I love Lewis, but Lewis isn't Max.
yeah. Like like we've always said, Max could drive a Prius out there.
He could.
Yeah, I saw that, and it really like took my breath away. so beautiful. Like it's not just a battle, but it's Luke and Max. There's history behind. They have this camaraderie, but like respect towards each other.
Mhm.
It is
It's very much Lauda and Hunt.
yeah, and I just watched Rush again. Great movie. It reminded me of
Awesome
that.
movie.
I
Uh-huh.
love that movie so much. Uh, yeah, it just reminded me of that. How like uh those two fought like all the time. Yeah,
I
I was so happy to see it.
That was it was such a treat to be able to have that battle. And I want to take a moment and talk about the new drone shots they were using. What drones are they using to film Formula 1 cars because they were keeping up. These
Yeah,
drones were keeping up with the cars. Now, it couldn't maneuver obviously the same way, but on the straightaway where the drone was, it was keeping up with the car. How fast are these drones going?
yeah. Are they the like the racing ones that like the ones where they have like the little goggles on and
Yeah, part of me
I'm
wonders if it's not an FPV drone. Like, it would have to be. You bringing up Red Bull using it, that would actually make sense. It's their track.
yeah, it's very true. And yeah, it's uh 'cause I've seen Red Bull put out videos of like Max racing drone and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was awesome. Like and we had that drone shot at Monaco, just static above. Oh, that was
That
a
Monaco
beautiful
drone
shot.
shot blows my mind
I
still. I don't
want
know
that
how
as a,
they
like a
pulled that off.
wallpaper. That is
Mhm.
was a beautiful shot. Just give me that with the cars just going by every so often. Oh, put that on a loop.
So, a question I wanted to ask you about this race. How did you feel about the VSC, the virtual safety car, and the Lewis pitting? How did you feel about that?
I mean,
I guess was that classic Ferrari strategy, or was
yeah,
that Ferrari was kind of in a corner and that's all they really could do?
it's kind of hard because like with Ferrari's history, it's kind of you kind of just look on like in Ferrari, but like I don't know, like if it was just that or it's really hard. I want to give him benefit of the doubt, but it's really hard for me history of.
So immediately after the race, when I saw, because obviously, so what had happened was Lewis had pit doing the undercut, which was genius. And then a virtual safety car came out, and Lewis was called into pit because this is a two-stop race.
Yeah,
And
probably.
Lewis had come into pit during the virtual safety car. He was called in, and actually called in late because they called him in, but he had already passed the pit entrance. So he had to do another lap under BSC. He came into pit for softs, and the softs and mediums were doing really well for Ferrari, and he was on the hards previously. But Lewis was the only driver to come in to the pits for a tire change during the VSC, and that ended up screwing him. But at the same time, I think Ferrari might have made the right call because the tires that Lewis was on weren't going to last the rest of the race,
Yeah,
and he had just pit. I'm actually going to say Ferrari tried here. I'm not going to say they screwed up. I'm going to say that it was just kind of unfortunate. Because, I mean, why wouldn't other cars pit under a VSC? You know, like it was weird that that didn't happen, in my
yeah,
opinion. Like, I
yeah.
get it, but it was weird that, like it didn't feel like an out of pocket call. When I
I'm
saw
not.
Lewis coming in, I'm like, oh, cool, great call. And then nobody else came in. I'm like, well, this kind of backfired.
Yeah, I wonder. Like they wasn't gonna last long, or like where the cars were on track. Stuff I really do not know. Like I said, it's just hard for me to say Ferrari good strategy because it's like they have such a history of it.
Hmm. That VSC, by the way, was caused by Carlos Sainz, I believe. Was that Carlos or is that the Fernando one?
Um, don't
Or no,
really.
not Fernando. That would have been Lance, but Lance was called in, so that would have been Carlos. Yes, because that was lap 23. Carlos had an electric issue. They didn't have to completely stop the race because of where his car was, but they did a VSC, and then that's the one that Lewis pit under right before the pit lane closed. Which, I mean, that could have been part of it too. The pit lane was closed, so maybe other people wanted to, and it just kind of lucked into it. Um, Other DNFs, Bottas DNF'd on lap 2 because the
Yeah,
brakes caught on fire. Sergio Perez DNF'd on lap 4 because the brakes caught on fire. Carlos had an electric issue. They brought Lance Stroll in because of an ERS issue. Liam Lawson thought he was on fire for the first part of the race. This race started really weird.
Yeah,
Everybody was on fire. I'm not sure what was going on with Lawson. He was not on fire, thankfully, but he seemed to think that he was, or something was on fire.
yeah. Real quick, like you're talking about the electrical issue, reminded me how unlucky Hulkenberg was at
Mhm.
Barcelona. Granted, we're jumping back a week. For those of you who don't know, he was driving and I forgot who was ahead of him. Threw a rock up, hit his car, and hit the
He
master.
just hit the kill switch.
Yeah, hit the master kill switch that's on the outside of the car for electrical. So, stewards and stuff can the trackside people can actually touch the car more safely. But yeah, that was just severe bad luck. I really wanted to say something. I just totally forgot about it. But yeah, that's such
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hulkenberg.
Anything else about Austria that you want to bring up before we move on to some stats and stuff?
George is good. Uh,
George is still George. I think he's had, I mean, some bad luck, obviously. Famously, that battle he and Kimmy had a couple weeks ago, a few races ago, whenever that was, when George's car just completely died on him. That was bad luck. George isn't Kimmy, but I don't think George is a slouch. I don't know
yeah,
if this is going to be George mounting a comeback, but I think it's going to go a long way in helping kind of how he feels about things.
yeah. I still think Kimmy's gonna.
The longer the season goes, the more I'm inclined to believe that. And I know at the beginning of the season, I said that George was going to win. I mean, he was the favorite to win because why wouldn't he be? But Kimmy has just unleashed hell upon this season, and I don't know where it came from. He's just on it.
Yeah, and I really thought Ferrari was gonna win,
It
but
still might.
yeah, just with George being good now, like not good, but like actually, it's looking harder because you have Kimmy that's MV2,
Hmm.
and so yeah, it's kind of harder.
MV
But yeah,
2.0. I one last thing I want to add from Austria. So I have a friend who is also into Formula One, and he has a friend who they're from Europe. They just got their citizenship, so congrats. And they've been to Red Bull Ring and all these other races. They're giant, massive Ferrari fans. And they said that if you go to a race at this place within like a 30-mile radius, the only drinks you can get are water or Red Bull.
sounds like my type of town.
It also makes a lot of sense because the crowd at this race always seems really hype, and I think it's because of performance enhancing Red Bull. Like, of course they're hype. They're jacked up on caffeine.
Yes, yes, they are. Makes sense and anything. So I've always said, like my wife and I have always won the lottery. What's going on? Trip or whatever. No, Austria, one of the places I want to go, in Spielberg especially. Like the mountain, the backside side, like watch a race from up in the mountains.
Oh,
Oh
Austria is a beautiful place. I would love to go sometime. The whole
yes,
Austria-Hungary area is so let's see, what there's a word Bohemia. The whole
yes.
Bohemia area is just beautiful from what I've seen.
Let's make a special trip out of it. We'll go to Spa and we'll just
Dude, I would love to go to Spa. I love Spa. That is my favorite track. It really is. I wish the racing was better. I just love
yeah.
that track though.
It's they need race in reverse. I'm telling you, that's how you fix it.
See, I don't think it's a length issue. I think it's a car issue. I'm fine with long tracks. I
Yeah,
like Spa as a track so much. You're in your simulators and my simulators. I love racing Spa. That's the track I go to test out tunes and stuff. I love Spa.
Monza's
Monza's good, but I think Spa has enough chicanes and turns to give you kind of a balance between the straights and the G forces.
Radion and over.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all I got. George Russell won. It's crazy. There was that battle that happened with Max toward the end. Yeah, between Max and Kimmy. Then Max finally got past Kimmy. Max finished second, Kimmy third, Oscar fourth. Oscar, okay. Oscar had a really good, quiet race. He was
Yes,
just kind of up there the entire time, and he finished fourth. That is really solid from Oscar. And like We didn't hear anything from him. He was just kind of Mr. Incognito the whole race.
Yes. Yeah, nice to see. Well, maybe it's just because all the spotlight is on Mercedes and Ferrari. Max in there just because, I mean, but
Hmm.
also big shout out. B Carb scored double points.
They did. V Carb score. Congrats, Liam
Thank
and
you,
Arvid.
Arvid.
I'm
Liam
really
was
glad to see Arvid back in the points, by the way, because he's a really talented kid.
yes, and
When
Liam
he's
is doing really good this year too.
I think Liam being in an environment that's not the Red Bull environment has done a lot for him. I mean, it shows. Same
Mhm.
with Isaac at Red Bull. I think just them distancing from the old Red Bull guard to whatever this new
Yes.
version of Red Bull and V Carb is probably just better overall.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think now that you got rid of Horner and Helmut Marko, the team is so much better. Like, granted, they're not winning all the time, but like it seems like people want to be there.
Hmm.
Like, you don't have news stories like, oh, we're losing this person, you're losing this person, you're losing this person.
Well, it seems like they're also giving their drivers a chance, which
Yeah,
helps.
it's not. Hey, Max, here's your car. Other driver, figure it out.
Also, so the start of the race, Kimmy, within 2 laps, he'd already gone over the line, the out of bounds line or track limits, like
Yeah,
3 times.
yeah. It was like the first 2 laps. Every like lap he was doing.
And he was already at the point where if he did it one more time, he was going to start getting penalties. And he didn't. In fact, the only penalty during the race was Fernando Alonso, who got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Did you hear? Was it Martin Brundle's
Yeah,
comment on it?
that
Oh,
was rough.
yeah. He said, "Oh, at least they're fast somewhere."
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
Really funny, though.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job,
awesome.
Rundle.
It was
Really funny.
because I don't watch the Sky Sports broadcasting. Well, I'm committed to F1 TV. Whole years, how it is. We'll make the lights out.
So my problem is I still prefer the Sky Sports broadcast, but I've been forced to watch the F1 TV broadcast because for whatever reason, the Sky Sports broadcast, it's bad. It's constantly buffering, there's weird audio clipping, there's stuttering all the time, and when there's action happening. Like I got lucky that the Lewis and Max battle was uninterrupted, but that was one of the few times where it was. And by lap 16, I couldn't do it anymore. I switched to the F1 broadcast. I The F1 broadcast is fine. It's just the Max and Lewis battle. I want you to find the Sky Sports version of that commentary and then compare it to the F1 TV one. The Sky Sports one is way more. Because Crofty's a pro, and I think Karun was in there with Crofty. It was dramatic, loud, exciting. And then the F1 TV broadcast, they just kind of just raised their voice. And they didn't feel as excited and there wasn't that presence there.
They're
And
very analytical.
they
I
are,
like.
which yeah, and I mean a lot of people do. I want more of the performance. That's just
They,
the kind of I need the drama. That's
they
just who I
need
am.
Buxton. All of it. The Indy 500. If you guys can watch the final lap, just Will Buxton in the
Mhm.
booth. That was a beautiful call. He was actually excited. Oh, I
All right. Moving on. Let's do some stats. I found this one on Reddit from F1 posted this stat. Lewis Hamilton is the only driver to score points in every round this season.
ah yeah
Australia 12 points, China 21, Japan 8, Miami 10, Canada 21, Monaco 18, Barcelona 25. He won. And then Austria 10.
yeah.
Can you
So
believe that like this time last year, could you have believed that Lewis Hamilton would be the only driver to score points in every round so far?
well, wouldn't have believed. Crazy consistency. And looking at it, like the worst finish was 8 points. So I mean, that's good.
Hmm. Another bit of news. Today's Danny Rick's birthday. Have a shoey for me.
Happy birthday, Danny Rick. I know you're
Our,
listening.
our favorite Australian was born 37 years ago today on July 1st, 1989.
Oh, what? Okay. Wow. He's only 5 years older than me. I'm old.
I try not to think about ages of F1 drivers because Lando is basically my age. I think I am the same age as George. There's one person on the grid whose birthday is days after mine.
Yeah.
I try not to think about it.
I'm just getting to that point where I watch sport. Okay. Like, yeah, he was born 2005. I'm like, I hate.
And this last stat I wanted to share with you I got this from Jenko 13 or Jenko 1655 on he's a Ferrari fan. Old Ferrari fan. From Reddit. 13 drivers have won more F1 races than every other driver combined. Ever. Would you like to name the drivers who have won all these races?
Okay, so obviously we're gonna go with Lewis because he has the most. Hamilton, or not Hamilton. Sorry, Lewis, Schumacher, Mansell. I say he's out there. Nigel Mansell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Senna.
Yes.
Max.
Yes.
We have other people who've won multiple. Is Danny Rick in there?
No.
It has to be like a lot. Is it a lot of people from like the
70s and 80s? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like Tim Clark.
Yep.
What? I'm drawing blanks. Go ahead. Fill me in.
You got 12 out of or 6 out of 13. So, in order, this is an order of percentages. Lewis Hamilton, 9.2% of every race. Schumacher, 7.9. Verstappen, 6.1. Vettel, 4.6. Prost, 4.4. Senna, 3.5. Fernando, 2.8. Mansell, 2.7. Jackie Stewart, 2.3. Clark, 2.2. Lauda, 2.2. Fangio, 2.1. Piquet, 2.0.
Okay. I kind of forget about Vettel every now and then. Like he was dominant.
Yeah. And then the others, that's just the others category. It's not naming all of them. That's 48.1%. So over 50% of all of these races have been won by these absolute dominant monsters. And I mean, Max isn't going to stop anytime soon. Max is at 6.1 and Schumacher's at 7.9. Do you see Max? This is always a fun exercise with Max because I think a lot of people assume Max is going to be in it for his entire career, but I think you and I are of the same persuasion that Max won't. So, like, Max isn't going to get 7 championships. Do you think Max is going to win more races than Schumacher? Or is he going to just from being in, just from if he wants to be in that long?
I don't think he will because I don't think he. The total wins. I'm looking it up. Schumacher has 308. Max has 241. No. So he would have to win over a full season, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, or no, that's
That is injuries. That didn't
91.
sound right.
Yeah, 91.
Because Lewis is at 105,
106.
106.
So yeah, my bad on that. So Schumacher has 91. Verstappen has 71. So he has to win pretty much. I don't see that really happening. I can see him getting close, but I don't see him breaking it.
2023 will never happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going through all the stats. Fun stats on here.
There are some fun stats.
Most wins with a single constructor. You guess?
Ooh, most wins with a single constructor. Senna?
No. He's 5th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would it be Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
84.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually,
I was like, wow.
After I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it makes sense. Because I mean, as the years have gone on, the race there's been longer seasons, so I mean those stats are always going to be kind of padded compared to the old guys, which makes the old stats even more impressive, in my opinion.
Yeah. The oldest guy ever to win a race, Luigi Fagiolini. 53 years old. Seventh
That's old.
place, Lewis Hamilton. He beat out Nigel Mansell.
You know who's not on there?
Uh,
Fernando.
Ah, yet.
Yet. All right, Lewis. Let's
Yes.
preview Silverstone, shall we?
Let's preview that silver track.
So, Silverstone last year happened on July 6th, 2025. It was a little bit of a rainy race. McLaren had that really cool livery that I freaking love with the orange and the silver and the chrome. It looked so good. Lando won, Oscar got second, and Nico Hulkenberg got third.
This podium.
The Hulken podium. Never forget. That race was incredible. I remember watching this. This is the race that I think convinced my wife to start watching Formula One with me.
Really?
Because I mean, obviously I woke up early and I didn't feel like going out to the living room and getting F1 TV to work at the time.
Yeah.
So I just casted it from my phone to our TV in the bedroom. And she was kind of a captive audience. And she knows that I'm a Lando fan, and she started rooting for Lando. And then after that race is when she wanted to start watching it with me more.
Aw.
It was a really good race. Franco Colapinto had a transmission issue. Liam Lawson had a collision before the race started. Gabby had an accident on turn 3. Isaac lap 17 accident. Kimi Antonelli retired from collision damage on lap 23, and Yuki Tsunoda, he was the only driver to not finish on the lead lap.
Good old Yuki.
Mm-hmm. Oscar got a 10-second safety car infringement penalty, and Yuki got a 10-second causing a collision with Ollie Behrman penalty.
Yep, sounds about like Yuki.
Mm-hmm. I very much loved this race. I loved McLaren's livery. And you know what, Lewis? I love McLaren's livery for this race too.
Really?
I do. And I know what you're going to say. I have that quote, if every race is a special livery, is any livery special?
Yes.
The answer is no, but it can still look cool. So what McLaren is doing is a throwback to 1968, 1966. The very first McLaren M2B when they joined F1 in 1966. It's white with a green stripe, very simple, very iconic. And it's very similar to what I've been wanting McLaren to do, sorta, where I want McLaren to go back to the Marble era paint, but with their current paint job with the black and orange. I think it would look cool, or just white with the orange. I think it'd look really cool. This is kind of a version of that, except not quite. They copied the livery of the 1966 F1 car and did their best to transpose it onto this current one. The white and the green look very clean, and I like it very much.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I can't tell if it's camera effects or if there's actual like rainbow glitter. Because these pictures that they put out for the press release kind of like just looks like they went to Photoshop, added it.
I mean, they
But,
might
like,
have.
Yeah, but like looking at the rear wing, it has like this pearlescent like, metallic flake. I like that.
That's cool.
I like just adding colors of styles of paint. I like that a lot. The whole paint scheme, though, it's for me. It's not too.
See, and I thought you would have liked it because of the minimalism. You love minimalism.
I
and
know.
This is classic and kind of iconic. It's not super iconic, but it's vintage iconic, you know?
Yeah, I get it. It gives me old like Winston Cup vibes with that green. Like I'm expecting like an old NASCAR.
Darrell Waltrip.
Yes. Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mountain Dew.
All right, fine. Tell me how you feel about Cadillac's special livery.
It is amazing. I fucking love it. Oh, freaking love it. Sorry.
You're fine.
I love this.
Go ahead.
I have been begging Haas to do something like this. This 4th of July weekend. Where's the American team? Where's your American car? Like blah blah blah. Especially when you are in Silverstone, the place that we are celebrating 4th of July from, and they don't do anything. Cadillac said, "You know what? I'm gonna do it." And
they went full Toby Keith.
And they blew it out of the water. I love it. The bad part is it does remind me of the V carb from last year.
Oh
The
yeah, I see
whole
that. Yeah.
yeah, but I love how they embraced Fourth of July weekend in Silverstone in Great Britain. We're selling 250 years away from them, and here we are coming back. Please don't DNF.
It would be kind of symbolic if we did, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
Anyway,
would be.
I obviously I agree with you. I think this looks really, really good. And again, we joked about this at the beginning of the season. This
Yeah,
exact thing. Hey, Cadillac needs to do something for the 4th of July in Silverstone. They would be crazy not to. And Cadillac once again listened to our advice and they're making the right moves. I mean, this is just perfect. They're embracing being the American team, which is what they have been doing and what they continue to do, and something that they're capitalizing on because Haas never did. And by the way, did you notice that Cadillac has a new sponsor on the wing? 3M is a new sponsor of Cadillac, which
oh,
also makes a lot of sense. When I saw that 3M had a partnership with Cadillac now, I'm like, yes, obviously. Of course they would. Why wouldn't 3M, the place that makes tape and it's like a real white collar kind of blue collar, sorry, a real blue collar kind of business
yeah,
factory on the blue collar seeming team, which is really, I understand the irony of saying that about a Formula One team, especially sponsored by Tommy Hilfiger, but you know what I mean.
yes.
They're going for that American underdog vibe, and they just keep they're doing a very good job. The sponsors reflect their mission statement, or what I
Yeah,
imagine their mission statement is. I don't actually know, but you know what I mean. It fits my perceived mission statement of Cadillac, which is America. We're
yeah,
the American F1 team.
yeah. It's they're fully embracing it, and like we said many times, not wrong. Yeah, like granted, they're on track performance, but besides that, everything on
We
paper,
and I'm not even going to hold their on track performance against them because it's still their first year in Formula One. They get a pass. They
and
get
they're
a pass.
and they're with an engine that they're not going to have next year
Hmm.
because aren't they coming out with their engine?
I believe so.
So like they
If
are
not
just
next year, then the year after. But
yeah,
either
they're
way.
kind of just like why develop the car around this? But
Hmm.
I just love it. Going off of what you said about the American sponsor, Milwaukee to like
Yeah.
really get in. McLaren has DeWalt. Ah, beautiful, amazing Cadillac. Uh, thank you for making it even harder to root.
It's
Harder.
okay, man. Just embrace it. All
Yeah,
Americans have an obligation to also be Cadillac fans. It's what we're at.
but
It's
there's
where
a
we're at.
Ford team. Come on, two Ford. Ah, hey, speaking of the Ford team, how about their
V carb?
decarbs? Their academy team,
More of a
special
cousin team. Oh, sexist.
academy is the female sport.
I know, I know.
Um,
Yeah. Tell me.
they have a livery that is like tired. It is. I am not very good. I went makeup shopping with my. We went to the store twice. First time I went in there to be supportive. Second time I said, either
Yeah.
okay.
It's an Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I'm unfamiliar with. I've never heard of it before, but the car looks cool. I
Yeah,
like it.
I really actually like this.
It's a really cool
Brand.
shade.
Yeah, like it, like radiance from very like almost like white on the Red Bull to like dark on the back. I really like this. I what I would love to see this in Formula One.
Me too. The other thing I really like about this is like F1 Academy in general, but I like that this is giving the opportunity for businesses targeted towards women to also have a place in racing. 'Cause we don't
Yes.
really see that. We just don't. Like there's some brands that are just kind of unisex, like clothing or watches or whatever, but this is for women, and it's a woman driver representing in a series for women with a sponsor for women, and I think it's just a really cool idea. I just love it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a great idea.
Mhm.
They really need more of these.
I
I don't
agree.
know. I don't know what more of a.
Okay, well, there's so many other things. You didn't have to result to Tampax right
I'm just a dad going through.
away.
Oh, one last liver of.
Dude, I really F with this. I think it's clean as hell. I love the green, I love the copper, I think the faceplate looks cool, the subtle Aston wing design. It's a really good helmet. I think Lance might have the best helmet in Silverstone.
Yeah, I like a bronze brass
I'm calling it copper because that's what it looks like,
copper.
copper and green
Okay,
to me. Which I mean I love copper and green as a color combination to begin with. I think it's especially with the Aston green.
you know what would make this really even better? Like the highlighter yellow that they have on the wing.
No, that would ruin it. I
Oh,
like the
really?
green and the copper. Yes, I think it's good. The only yellow on this is the JCB, and I think that is the most you need. I think this helmet is perfect.
I really I love the wings. Like I think that's what's got me into Aston.
Mhm. I don't even care how well Lance I mean, you know me, I'm a Lance Stroll apologist. I want him to do well. Um, I just also want him to have fun and not have a bad time while he's doing well.
Yeah,
I I'm really into that. And then even the detail of the wing in the back of the helmet, that's clear. So it gives it more of like a ghost vibe. So you still have that aerodynamics that the helmet provides, but it's invisible. It's like the Ferrari invisible wing on the front of the Halo.
I
It's a cool helmet. I've never liked a helmet so much. Like I've seen helmets, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I love this helmet. Top comment on Reddit. Very nice helmet, to be fair, for the 12 laps it will be used for. That's mean.
oh,
That's mean.
I think he's 12 laps.
No, I was just reading Reddit.
I know,
I
but I'm
think
just responding to it.
oh, ha. Okay. Time to finish up. Unless do you have anything else to add for Silverstone before we move
No,
on to our last
think
segment?
it's gonna be really good. Honestly, I oh good there. This I can see.
Yeah, if it's not Kimmy, I could see it being. I mean, fingers crossed, Lewis. Because a Lewis win at Silverstone would be in a Ferrari would be madness. If he can't win in Silverstone, I want him to win in Monza.
You know the Tifosi. We're gonna see the birth rate go insane, and
It would be worse than if Philly wins or loses a football game.
Port New York wins.
Bing bong. All right, Grid Gamble. So last time we did Grid Gamble, we had missed Monaco. So what we did to kind of remedy that was we let fate decide. So we would roll, and then that would be your driver or your team, and then we'd roll again, and odds or evens would be your driver. Just leaving it fully up to fate. Still the Grid Gamble spirit. So we're gonna have to do the same for Austria. Lewis, after Barcelona, Lando scored 15 points, so you're at 33 total, and Gabby scored 0, so I'm at 49 total. Would you like to roll first, or would you like me to roll first? The Formula dice.
Go ahead this time.
Okay, I'm rolling. I rolled a 6, so I have my choice of V carb.
Ooh,
All right, odds driver 1, evens driver 2. I'm gonna consider Liam driver 1 in V carb. He's longer tenured than Arvid.
yeah.
9. Arvid. All right.
Ooh,
I'm fine with that. I like Arvid, and I got a little bit of points. All right, your turn. 6. All right. So here's what we could do. Either we could re-roll, or you could just pick Liam.
yeah. I'll just pick Liam.
Okay.
Kill them Vika. I'll ride or die with them.
All right, give me 1 sec to actually get the results back because I'm an idiot and closed that.
Barcelona. Liam had finished
Yes.
8th, 4 points.
Liam got 4 points. How'd
Arvid
Arvid do?
9th.
All right. No, that was Austria. Sorry, not Barcelona. We needed Austria.
Oh.
Because Barcelona, that was Lando and Gabby. Still double points. I mean, that's
Yeah.
normal. Austria, I can get it. I have it pulled up right here. Liam got 2 points and Arvid got 1 point.
Hey. A point. Hey, 3 points.
Sick. So now the current total is 50 to 35. All right. Now it's actual. It's time for Silverstone. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I will go first this time.
All right. Rolling. Aston.
Ah. Can I get a bonus point for a mini laps to complete?
We'll see.
I'm joking. I'll take Fernando. He sticks it out. You never know what happens.
All right, my turn. Ooh, free choice. Oh, first free choice. Ooh, who do I want?
Season.
You know what, Lewis? I'm gonna not play it smart. I have some gap. I can play around a bit. It's 50 to 35. I'm gonna pick Lewis Hamilton.
Ooh.
Wow, our first free choice. It lands on a 12. That's a free choice. You can pick whoever you want. All right, Lewis. It's Formula Friday. It was good seeing you again, man. I'm so sorry it's taken so long.
No, it's fine. We're both busy for various reasons. You with your career, which is awesome. I'm very proud of you. I have
Thank you.
said this so many times. I am very proud to see.
You have known me since I was just kind of nobody.
Yes,
I'm still nobody, but even more. You know what I mean.
Well, like on the way to your wedding, I told my wife, like, it's weird. Little baby Nick is getting.
I wasn't that young when you first met me.
You're okay. That sounds. You were like the younger one of the group, all young.
That's fair.
The bonfires were actually.
Yeah, we're too old for that now. Bonfires are more tame.
Before we lead off or leave, real quick note: V-Carb 3 races in a row, double points. Just want to point that out.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's very.
That is cool. Really cool for them, for both Arvid and Liam. They are both fantastic drivers. I think Arvid has a very successful career ahead of him. I'm not sure yet if he's championship level, but I think he's got wins in him, which is already hard enough to do in Formula One. I think Arvid's got a couple wins in him at least.
Yes, and it's cool to see again from the 10-year helmet and corner.
Mm-hmm. It really is. I could not agree more.
Friday.
All right. Well, until next time, we're going to talk about Silverstone and who knows what else. Talk about whatever. It's Formula Friday. I've been Nick. That's been Lewis. Have a good